Welcome to One Question at a Time, the TSI series. Question number 90. In triangle ABC, angle C is a right angle. If cosine of A equals 5/8, what is the value of cosine B? So we have to understand the SOHCAHTOA. We have the angles, the right triangle. Have the right angles is the 90 degree. Okay. And represent the square like this is the 90 degree. Okay. So the two sides of the triangle make up that 90 degree. We call it the leg. Okay. The leg, we have two legs and we have the hypotenuse. The one not attached to that angle, C right here, will be the hypotenuse. Okay, so we see angle A, for example. Angle A, we draw it with the capital letter. And then opposite, you see that opposite to angle A is the leg or the length, little a. That's the opposite side, okay? So if that opposite, the next to it called adjacent. So adjacent one is B. Okay, and then C is the hypotenuse, which is the opposite side of angle right angle C. Now, to be able to working on this problem, we write that given information cosine A, they said it equal 5/8. How we find cosine A? So cosine A is this one, is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which is B over C. Okay, so now we see that B is equal 5 and then C is equal 8. Okay, now our job is you need to find A because they're asking for cosine B. Okay, let's see. We have asked cosine B. Cosine B is the adjacent of B. Adjacent of angle B is little a. Okay, over hypotenuse, which is C. C, we know it, right? It's given, not directly, but we solve for it, right? So C is A. We have it. It's right here, right? So we have to find A. How we find A? We need the Pythagorean theorems. Okay, so what it say? It say in this case you will have C squared will be equal A squared plus B squared. Okay, so now we have C and B. Let's solve for A, right? So C squared equal A squared plus B squared. We have C is A squared equal A squared plus B is 5. Okay, now we solve for A squared. Okay, we have 64. A squared is 64. A times A is 64. A squared plus 25. 5 squared is 5 times 5 is 25. Now we subtract both sides by 25, so we isolate A squared. Okay, now on this side we have A squared, this one gone. Now 14 subtract 5 is 9. Remember 1. 6 subtract 3, that is 3. Okay, so we have it 39. Okay, now we have to take the square root both sides so that we have a equals square root of 39. 39 is 13 times 3. That's all prime numbers, so you cannot take it out of the square root. So we keep that. Now a is square root of 39. So we have the answer square root of 39 over 8. So C is the correct answer. Okay, so in this step, maybe you may ask, why it's not like square root of 39 equal a? It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. Thank you for participating in this series and see you next time.